Good afternoon, morning, evening, whatever it is when you are watching this very special episode of Collider Dailies. We are coming to you live, albeit recorded, in San Francisco at Fan Expo, where we have a full slate of exciting things happening this weekend. I am your host, Maggie Lovett, and joining me today is...
I'm Arezou, and I'm excited to be back on Collider Dailies.
Yeah, so you've already seen one episode of us teasing what we had to do this weekend, and now we are coming to you from the show floor at the creator stage for a little piece of history. This is the very first time Collider Dailies has recorded live at an event, but it is the first of many more of these shows. I have a good feeling about that. Arezou, what has been the most exciting thing that you have seen today so far?
So far, it has been your panel with James Marsters.
Yes, I got the chance to kick off the convention this afternoon, interviewing James Marsters over on the creator or the main stage, before coming down here to the creator stage, and that was such a great conversation. It was so fun to listen to the fans, get to ask so many great questions, and just a great way to kick off this entire weekend of nerdy fun.
He's so good. He's so chatty and goofy, and he just really kept it going and really kind of went on some tangents I wasn't expecting him to, but it just made it so much better.
As somebody who knows nothing about Dragon Ball Z, I was like, yes, just talk about that, because that is not something I can ask questions about.
Same. He was just very candid about his experience with Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are you excited for tomorrow? What is your big nerve-wracking panel of the day?
My big nerve-wracking panel of the day for tomorrow is I'm hosting the Star Wars Rebels reunion with Ashley Eckstein, Vanessa Marshall, and Taylor Gray.
That is, I am sad that I'm going to miss that, because I think that is going to be a very special panel.
I'm so excited.
For a lot of Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best parts of this convention this weekend is there is so much Star Wars panels and cosplay and just, as two Star Wars nerds.
Yes.
I am living it up this weekend.
If you're watching from home, you can't see it, but from where we're sitting, we can see all of the cosplay right out of the corner of our eyes.
There's so much. I am staring straight into the eyes of a Yoda puppet, which I just want to go play with it instead of doing this panel. But, I'll get to it. Yes. Despite all of this about Star Wars, the thing that I was most excited about seeing today was there's a Starfleet. It's also right in my eye line. There's a Starfleet booth here, and I am the kind of person that when I've played video games, then I'll go somewhere that video game was set, and I'm like, oh my god, I played this in a video game. And as somebody who's played the Star Trek VR headset game, which has some scenes in San Francisco, I'm like, Starfleet's here, and I found it, so I was quite happy about that.
You did.
So this isn't your first time in San Francisco? You've been here before?
It's not. I've been here a couple times. I've been lucky enough to come visit and just kind of explore the city. Never for very long. It's always been day trips while staying nearby, but any chance to explore San Francisco is a good one. Yeah. So, yeah.
This is my very first time in the city, and my very first time at a Fan Expo panel. And I understand that you've been to Fan Expo before.
Yeah. So Fan Expo is the bigger con in Toronto. So it was the first ever con I went to. I was 20. And yeah, that's what it really has me reeling this weekend is my first ever con was Fan Expo Canada. I was a 20-year-old university student, and it's look at us. Look at what's happening now.
Look at us. Who would have thought?
Who would have? Definitely not me.
So are there any cosplays that you are hoping to see on the floor today? I am going to be extremely on brand and still hold out hope that I will eventually see somebody who is cosplaying as Zemo. It has not happened yet. I've been to 2 New York Comic Cons and still haven't seen anybody, so I am holding out hope. But who are you hoping to see cosplay this weekend?
I'm always happy to see any Star Wars sequel trilogy characters. Rose Tico just walked by, and I don't think she heard me, but I kind of called out. And then High Republic cosplay. Mm-hmm. I would be surprised, but I would love to see that. Nubs is here, though. It's not cosplay. Here. It's a meet and greet, but Nubs is here.
See, that was a perfect segue, something that my typical co-host, John, has not yet mastered the art of, but that's definitely one of my highlights this weekend is Nubs from the Young Jedi Adventures is here. And as somebody who loves the High Republic and just Star Wars in general, I'm really excited that there is yet another adorable fuzzy creature for people to just fawn all over, and like Nubs is like just precious.
He's so cute. He's so cute. He's so much fun. And honestly, just how wild is it that we have like High Republic meet and greets at a con?
It is just remarkable. And also just, I do love that he might have top billing here. I don't know. I've heard that said. And I think he deserves it. I think all of the High Republic characters deserve it. And, you know, I could do a whole like podcast episode talking about the High Republic, because I think it is truly some of the best storytelling that we have gotten out of Star Wars, and it does just warm my heart to see them represented here at Fan Expo and getting like a whole like booth with like the episodes playing in the background. It's something that's really fun, because
I mean, you know, I'm ready to talk High Republic anytime, anywhere.
Yes. And I think it's also quite fun for like you and I, because even before Collider, like we've had a lot of experience talking about the High Republic, and then getting to be here at Fan Expo, you know, seeing kind of full circle for all of us. It's
look at us.
I know, look at us. So what other panels are you hoping to get to sit in on, listen to, see what kind of fun stuff might come out of them? And if you say mine.
I mean, yes, definitely yours. But I think there's so much talent here this weekend that I'm basically going to try to get into as many of them as I can, just to kind of, I don't know, it's just got such a good vibe already on day one that I kind of want to keep these good vibes going, you know?
I really want to see little Leia's.
Yes.
She was such a high point in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and that's definitely something I'm looking forward to hearing her talk more about, as well as her other stuff. I mean, I love her, oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name. Oh, We Could Be Heroes.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of the projects that Robert Rodriguez has done, and that was a good one.
I'd like to go to the Hobbits reunion if I can. I think that's tomorrow night.
Yes.
But
and you do have one Hobbit.
I do. I have one Hobbit on Sunday. I've got Sean Astin's panel, but all four of them are doing a panel tomorrow night, and I would love to, like, if I can get into that one, that's one I definitely want to see.
Yes, I think I will be able to come to that. I might still be recovering after doing the moderation for Ewan McGregor's panel.
Yes, you will be reeling.
I will be reeling from that. And you know, that's one thing that I think is just so cool, is that we have so many cool people that we're talking to this weekend, and there's so much potential, especially with the strike being over now, to hear so many new stories about, you know, projects that have come out since the strike.
Yeah, and it's like, it's just such a relief that we get to talk to them about this kind of stuff again, because, you know, like we couldn't do our interviews for a while, and now it's just kind of, it's all open and fair game once again. Yeah,
which is quite exciting. You know, coming off the Thanksgiving holiday, there hasn't been a lot of news.
No.
So I'm hoping that this weekend will generate something really exciting that we can talk about again later in the week. So, yeah.
It sounds like we're setting up a big reveal. We're not. But
we're hopeful. Ever the optimists.
Hope springs eternal.
So what other projects that are coming out this year are you excited for?
This year, Percy Jackson.
Yes.
Which isn't anything we're moderating this weekend, but I'm so excited. I'm a big fan of the books, big fan of Rick Riordan as a writer, as kind of like what he stands for. And this adaptation looks so good and so faithful. Like you've, I'm sure, seen it on Collider. I know you've seen it. Like, I was kind of all about the One Piece adaptation because of how well I thought that captured the spirit of the manga. And the Percy Jackson series, it's a very different kind of adaptation, but I feel like that also really kind of captured not just like the characters in the plot, but like the feeling, you know? So that's what I'm really, really excited about.
And it's funny you mentioned that too, because they kept playing the trailer at the main stage, and seeing it up on a big screen made me very excited for it, in a way that watching it on my computer screen, rushing to get a news story up, definitely didn't give me the chance to kind of see the whole world that they're creating. So very excited for that.
I think that's part of it too, is like when we're at work, we watch all of the trailers because we have to, but I think when you're like rushing through it for a story, it's one thing, but when you like really sit and let yourself kind of bask in it, there's just so much good stuff coming up. As a fan, as a person who enjoys watching this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I also can't wait to see more like Percy Jackson cosplay and stuff, because I've already started to see some of the Camp Half-Blood t-shirts that kids are wearing, but it's fun because it takes me back to my own childhood and having those like big fun projects to like be a fan of. It's like a great time to like be a fan for kids right now. So very excited for that. Any parting thoughts as we wind down on this episode of Collider Dailies?
I'm very nervous about my panels, but I'm more excited than nervous, which I think is a good sign.
I think you will do great. I think once you get the first panel out of the way, it is just going to be like an epic weekend for both of us.
Yes, I think so.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for watching the very first live recording of Collider Dailies, recorded right here on the show floor creator stage at Fan Expo San Francisco. Until tomorrow,